This is P5 2019 Catholic High SA1 Paper 1. So question 1, digit 7. What does it stand for? This is the ones place, this is the tens place, this is the hundreds place, this is the thousands place, 8 is in the thousands place, so 7 will be the 10,000s place. 7 stands for 70,000. Question 3. Question 2, 400 divided by 50. We can divide by 10 and divide by 10, remove 1 0 on each side, so we're left with 40 divided by 5, which is equals to 8. Question 3, which of the following is the same as 1040 cm? So 1040 cm, if I want to convert it to meters and centimeters. Now 100 centimeter is 1 meter. So how many hundreds do we have here? We have 10 hundredths and 40 centimeters. Question 4, what's the volume of a cube of H? 10. So cube means all sides of the cube same line. So everything is 10 cm. So volume is equals to length times breadth times height. In this case 10 times 10 times 10, which will be equals to 1000. Question 5, the number line is marked at equal intervals. So we're supposed to find the missing number. How many spaces are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces. And between 197,000 to 198,000 is actually 1000. So 1000, we have 5 spaces, right? So 1000, if I divide it by 5, I get 200, which means each space represents 200. And over here we have 1, 2, 3 spaces. Which means our answer should be 197,600. 197,600. Question 6. What is the volume of the solid? We need to count the number of cubes. Let's look at it level by level. I'll look at level 1 first. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Level 2, I have 1, 2, 3. The top level, I have 1. So 9 plus 3 plus 1 gives me 13. Question 7. We want to find the ratio of Marys to John. So we want to find the ratio of Marys to total, So Mary is 14. Total would be 14 plus 16. So then we simplify, can divide by 2. So the answer is 7 is to 15. Question 8. Let me just highlight the base. With EG as the base of triangle, of triangle EGF, what is the height? So this will be the fixed extension. We extend the base such that this can be the height, xf. The answer is 2. Number 9. 100 apples, and she ate like 20 and she packed them into bags of 5. Which equation represents? So first, we need to take 100 to minus 20. This is the first step. Afterwards, we divide by 5 for the second step. We will have to bracket it up, the 100 minus 20 first. If we choose option 2, 100 minus 20 divided by 5, order of operation tells us that we need to do divide first, which in this case will become 100 minus 4, which is not correct. So the answer is number 4. Number 10, which one of the following fractions is closest to 1? Now closest to 1 means we got to find the difference. Okay, and the difference needs to be smallest. Now what's the difference between 1 whole and 3/4? So 1 whole is 4 out of 4, right? Minus 3 out of 4. The difference is 1 out of 4. Next one, 12 out of 12. If I minus 11 out of 12, I get 1 out of 12. So this is 1 and 1/8. I minus 1 whole. My fraction, the difference is 1/8. 1 and a half minus 1 whole is half. So now I'm going to compare 1/4, 1/12, 1/8, and half, 1 out of 2. Which fraction is the smallest? And out of 12 is the smallest. Question 11. Mary shared 10 pizzas among 7 children. How many pizzas did each child get? So we will split the 7 pizza among 7 children. So 10 out of 7. And this is an improper. We change it to a mixed number. This is 1 and 3, 7. Question 12. Ariel made pink paint by mixing red and white in the ratio 5:1. Red is to white, 5:1. And in total this gives us pink. So 5 plus 1 is 6 units. So 6 units is the pink paint, which is 720. Now to find 1 unit, take 720 divided by 6, I get 120. So to find the red paint, we find 5 units, which is 120 times 5, 600. Oops. Question 13. Jasmine bought 5 meters of ribbon and she used 5/8 of it. So if she used 5/8 of it, she's left with 8 out of 8 minus 5 out of 8, which is 3/8. So if she was left with 3/8 of its times the ribbon that she bought, which is 5 meters, this is 15 out of 8, and I get 1 whole and 7 out of 8 meters, which is option 2. Now another way I can look at it, I can actually draw the model. I draw 8 units, out of which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 she used. And in total, what she bought is 5 meters. So we also can look at it this way, that 8 units is 5 meters. In order to find 1 unit, is 5 divided by 8, which is 5 out of 8. And the leftover will be this portion here, which is 3 units. So you can find 3 units, which is 5 out of 8 times 3, which gives us 15 out of 8, and 1 whole 7 out of 8. Question 14. Corinne had 78 kg of flour. She used 1/4 kg to make some biscuits. So this one, take note. The fractions comes with units. 78 kg, 1/4 kg. So this is the actual mass of the flour that she had and she used. So we will just subtract accordingly. She bought this. She used this. So in order to subtract fractions, remember to change them to the same denominator so that we can minus, and the answer is 5 out of 8. Question 15. We want to find the area of the figure. This is a square. Square means each side same length. So the area of the square would be 4 times 4. And the area of the triangle will be half times the base, which is 4, the height, which is 5. Is 10. So the total area will be 10 plus 16, which is 26. Just to highlight, for triangles, it's always very important to identify the correct base and height. The base is over here and the height is here. Okay? Now we move on to section B. Booklet B. Okay, so 5,002,007. 5 million. Million has 6 zeros. 2,000. 1,000 has 3 zeros. 7 ones. So if we add this all up, five zero zero 2007. What is the value of 64 minus 8 times 7 plus 3? So order of operations, we need to do the multiply first. So 64 minus 56 plus 3. Then I have to do the subtract first, because subtraction and addition we will do from left to right. So this will give me 8 plus 3, 11. Question 18, the missing number for the ratio. Now from 15, how do we get 5? We divide by 3. So you do the same for 18. You also divide by 3 and your answer will be 6. Question 19. We want to find the ratio of apples to oranges to pears. Apples 20, oranges 12, pears 16. So you can simplify, you can divide by 4. Take note, the whole set needs to be divided by the same number, okay? So divide by 4. 12 divided by 4 is 3. 16 divided by 4 is 4. So the ratio is 5 is to 3 is to 4. Question 20. We're supposed to round off. to the nearest thousand, 609, 103. So thousands place is here. We will check the hundreds place. Check the hundreds place. Okay. So 1 is less than 5. So therefore 9 will remain. So this is 609,000. Question 21. Express 25 out of 7 as a decimal, correct to 1 decimal place. So 25 out of 7 is the same as 25 divided by 7. Now for some of you who don't know 25 divided by 7, how do we write it? How do we do our long division? Remember, right and left. Meaning 25 is on the right and 7 is on the left. And you do your long division. Take note, they want 1 decimal place, so our answer when we do long division needs to be up to 2 decimal place first. Okay? So I do my long division. So you have a remainder, and you notice that this division will go on and on, but please don't go on. Just do 2 decimal places, enough for you to round off to 1 decimal place will do. So let me change this. This needs to be approximately equals to 3.57. Then 1 decimal place is here, we check 1 decimal place is here, we check the second decimal place. 7 is more than 5, therefore 5 we will plus 1. This is 3.6. Question 22, fractions multiplication, product means to times. So 38 times 5 out of 6. So do your cross cancellation. As long as one number is on top, one number is below, you can divide by the same number. Divide by 3 becomes 1, divide by 3 becomes 2. Now I'm left with 5 out of 16. Question 23. This equal stage, because at the end they have the same number of books. I will start drawing the model from the end and I work backwards. So Abby and Zoe, they ended up having the same number of books. I work backwards. Remember, when you work backwards, you do the opposite of what the question says. Now Abby lost 5. I'm going to put back 5 for Abby. Now Zoe bought 15. I'm going to take out 15 for Zoe. At first, she didn't have this. How many more books did Abby have than Zoe at first? So if I extend my lines, this portion is also 15. The difference between Abby and Zoe at the beginning would be here, which is 15 plus 5. That is the difference between the two of them at first. Question 24. The shorter side is 60. So the shorter side is 3 units. So if 3 units is 60, 1 unit will be 60 divided by 3, which is 20. So to find the perimeter of the triangle, perimeter is the outline. So 5 units plus 4 units plus 3 units, this is 12 units. So all you need to do is to find 12 units, which is 20 times 12. That gives you 240 cm. Question 25, we have adults to children 5 is to 3. Let me write down the ratio. Adults is to children, 5 is to 3. And the children, the ratio of the boys to girls would be 5 is to 4. Let me write it down. Boys is to girls, 5 is to 4. Now total units of children is 9. Now you notice something, that the children is repeated. So let me change. Okay, children is 3. Over here children is 9. I have to make children the same. So I will multiply this by 3, become 9. Remember, this is the same set. I have to multiply this by 3 as well. Adults becomes 15. Now I'm just going to cross this out because I don't want my old ratio anymore. Once I update the ratio, I use the updated one. Okay. So let's look at statement A. Children was 38 the total number of people. Let's see. Children total 9. Total people 15 plus 9, which is 24. If I were to simplify this, divided by 3, I get 3 out of 8. So actually, statement A is true. Statement B, there was an equal number of adults and boys. Adults, 15 units. Boys, 5 units. No, they are not equal. It is false. Question 26, fractions question. Now for fractions questions, the first thing you need to check is whether the two fractions are referring to the same whole. This one says 1/4 of his pocket money, and this one says 5/8 of it. Now this it refers to what? It refers to his pocket money. So the two fractions are referring to the same whole, which means you can change them to the same denominator. So I will change this to denominator 8 by multiplying by 2, both the top and bottom. So this becomes 2 out of 8. So if I were to draw a model, I can draw his pocket money, which is 8 parts. So he spent 2/8 on stationery, 5/8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on food, and this is the leftover. So the answer will be 1/8. But how do I show my working? I will start from 8 out of 8, the entire thing. I take away what he spent on stationery, which is 2 out of 8, and I take away what he spent on food, which is 5 out of 8, and I end up having 1 out of 8 left. Question 27. Chocolate pies are sold at $2 each and in packets of 5 at $9 per packet. John wants to buy 23 chocolate pies. So if he wants to buy 23 pies and the pies are sold in packets of 5, this will give me 4, remainder 3. Now what does the 4 mean? 4 represents the packets of 5. So what's the least amount of money he has to pay? So if he buys 4 packets of 5, each packet is $9, right? So 4 packets will be $36. Now, as for the 3 chocolate pies, 3 pies cost how much? 1 pie itself costs $2. So 3 pies will be $6. So total will be 36 plus 6, which is $42. Question 28. This is a repeated identity model. How do we draw this? J plus M $230. J plus K $130. So you notice that Joseph is repeated, so we'll cut Joseph out in front. I'll just draw one part here. This is Joseph. So if this is Joseph, the one at the back here would be Mark, and the one at the back here would be Kelvin. So they tell us that Mark has 3 times as much money as Kelvin, which means this is 1U, 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 3 units, and Kelvin over here is 1 unit. So model is done. What can we do? This is our clue. 2 units, the difference between Mark and Kelvin. So 2 units will be 230 minus 130, which is 100. So then 1 unit would be 100 divided by 2, which is 50. So how much money does Kelvin have? Kelvin has 1 unit. So the answer is 50. Question 29, ratio. Let's write down the ratio that's given to us. So we have red is to blue is 3 is to 4. Then we have green is to red is 5 is to 9. So you got to check your ratio. What is repeated here? You see red? Red is repeated. So red is 3 here, red is 9 here. That does not make sense. So let us make sense of it by making red the same. So 3 times 3. Remember, this belongs to one set. You need to multiply the blue as well. So 3 times 3 gives me 9. 4 times 3 gives me 12. And I will just strike out the old ratio. I don't want the old ratio anymore. So now we want to find the blue to the green. Blue is, okay, let me just write it down. We want blue is to green. Blue is 12. Green is 5. Check if you can simplify. No, we can't. So the answer is 12 is to 5. The last question, 30. Okay, so this is the top view. We're supposed to draw the front view. Front view across, I know that there are 4 of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4 across, and there's one sticking out on the left. So this is we're supposed to draw the top view and yeah, so we'll draw the front view. Okay. So that's the end for paper 1.